All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we mentioned earlier in the show, former New York City Mayor Giuliani is catching all kinds of heat for what he said on the Face the Nation show yesterday. He was speaking what he believed, and many believe it's the absolute truth. Let's give it all in its entirety. Here's some of it.
If you want to deal with this on the black side, you've got to teach your children to be respectful to the police, and you've got to teach your children that the real danger to them is not the police. The real danger to them, 99 out of 100 times, 9,900 out of 1,000 times, are other black kids who are going to kill them. That's the way they're going to die.
I mean, if you look at statistics, the minuscule number of black deaths at the hands of police, and if you want to get an even more minuscule number, the ones that are the deaths at the hands of police that are unjustified, compared to the black-on-black crime and the number of blacks, every 14 hours a black kid is shot in Chicago, not by a cop. I mean, come on. And Rudy also addresses the other side.
On the white side, we have to understand that whether we get it or not, there is this extraordinary fear of the police, and police have to institute a policy of zero tolerance, like we did for crime in New York. Zero tolerance. No disrespect.
Okay, in fact, New York City Police Department under Giuliani instituted that kind of policy. Here's more.
Mr. Mayor, let me just ask you, you start off by saying that white Americans have to understand that this is happening in the black community, and then at the end you said members of the black community have to teach their children to behave in front of the police. That those messages seem to conflict with one another.
Of course they don't. If I were a black father and I was concerned about the safety of my child, really concerned about it, and not in a politically activist sense, I would say be very respectful to police. Most of them are good. Some can be very bad, and just be very careful.
And so what do police...
I'd also say be very careful of those kids in the neighborhood and don't get involved with them, because, son, there's a 99% chance they're going to kill you, not the police.
Okay. Now, Rudy Giuliani, when he was took over as mayor, 2,000 New Yorkers, New York Cityers, every year were being killed, murdered. By the time he left, it was 500. You know who the overwhelming majority of those who were getting killed were? Minorities. Rudy Giuliani's policing policies, which today are being called racist by Black Lives Matter and every, leftist black commentator you could find, saved thousands of black lives. Shh, they don't care. More.
When there are 60 shootings in Chicago over the 4th of July and 14 murders, and Black Lives Matter is non-existent, and then there's one police murder of very questionable circumstances, and we hear from Black Lives Matter, we wonder, do Black Lives matter, or only the very few black lives that are killed by white policemen, but not all those black lives that are killed by other blacks?
Yeah. Where is the outrage when blacks are killed by blacks from Black Lives Matter? There is none that I've seen or that Rudy's seen. Here's more.
When they talk about killing police officers.
But they don't.
And when they sing, they sure do. They sing rap songs about killing police officers, and they talk about killing police officers, and they yell it out at their rallies, and the police officers
Mr. Mayor,
it.
But Mr. Mayor, what
and
you
the
seem to be doing
reality
is taking...
Please let me finish. And when you say Black Lives Matter, that's inherently racist.
Well, I think their
Black
argument
lives matter, white lives matter, Asian lives matter, Hispanic lives matter. That's anti-American, and it's racist.
Did you hear him saying when Rudy says when they chant against killing cops, and he said that the anchor goes, oh, but they don't. Oh, but they have. And we've played it for you. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon. I guess this guy never saw that. Insane. I want you to hear so much talk about what happened in Louisiana and Minnesota. New revelations in Minnesota. A TV station out in Minnesota, KARE, Channel 11, got their hands on a video, which they haven't outwardly confirmed is legit, but that was several days ago. I've been on their website. They haven't taken it back. The cop who pulled over the guy in the car did so for this reason. Here he is radioing in, reportedly, to his dispatcher. Watch.
We know how the night ended. Philando Castile shot in his car after being pulled over by police. But why was he stopped in the first place?
I'm gonna stop a car.
The officer gives the license plate of the car Castile was driving.
I'm gonna check IDs. I have reason to pull it over. The two occupants just look like people that were involved in a robbery. The driver looks more like one of our suspects just because of the wide set nose.
All right, he fit the description. There was a be on the lookout, Ebola, be on the lookout for those suspects. And he thought they fit the description of the suspects, so he pulled them over. And his lawyer says, the cop's lawyer, the cop is Mexican, says there was a gun involved. We'll have much, much more on this as it becomes available. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you.